we go.
Welcome to the Philly Uncensored Sports Podcast. We back after a Sixers blowout win over the Utah Jazz, 99-134. We on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. Like, subscribe. We got some teas coming out too. It's not gonna be wrinkled like Tim's. Where he pulled that out. You just got the dryer?
I sure did.
Bottom of your closet.
I don't even care. I'm in a good mood. So I don't even care.
You know he was laying in the bed under the covers watching the game.
I did just
go like that was balled up at the bottom of the bed.
Right.
That's what he was using for the pillow.
No.
Yeah, man. Sixers a blowout win over the Spurs. Did I say Utah Jazz?
I don't know, but
it don't matter. We blowing everybody out right now.
I meant the Spurs. Whatever I said, I meant the Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs. They was without what's his name?
Joel.
No, the Spurs.
DeRozan.
Yeah, DeRozan. They were without him.
And what's his name? Ain't playing no more. What's the one they talking about trading? Aldridge. Aldridge, yeah.
They were helpless regardless. We started off with a bang. Was Danny Green on like a comeback mission? Was he mad at the Spurs?
Danny said keep his name out y'all mouth. Yeah, everybody want to keep talking bad. Everybody want to talk. Y'all said Ben Simmons heard y'all. Danny Green hearing everybody talk too. You know Danny Green clapped back. What he told him?
He had 11 in the first quarter and he had 16 for the rest of the game. But he started off with a bang.
Yeah, and I don't think any of the starters played in the fourth quarter. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's 3 quarters worth of work.
To be honest with you, Danny, Toby, and Seth got us that lead early. They was all hitting early.
Yeah.
Then Ben came in just dunking. So we just hit them every which way, and they couldn't stand it.
Yeah, but the defense was balling too early on. Like Ben Matisse, boy, let me tell you something. If Matisse, I know what it was. I know what this game was. We know what it was. We should have beat them, but who thought we was gonna go in here without Embiid and mop them by like 30?
Yo, you know no, I think it's the difference between everything. I think Thybulle got a girlfriend.
What?
It's like,
no, that usually mess stuff up.
But he seems like he's playing out his mind like since I'm gonna say last 10 games. This young man's been like thoroughly impressive.
But I mean, he added some to the offensive side that, I mean, he only had 10 points, but he shot 4 for 4 and was 2 for 2 for threes. And those threes was, what I thought it was interesting, right? When I saw him hit the three, when he hit the one from the corner and he looked right at Danny Green and pointed at Danny Green. I wonder if Danny Green is working with him on that, because that's his specialty, them corner threes. And I think that would be a good look if that's what's going on and he working with him on those. That would be a good look, because if he can knock those down, actually, like you said, the last few games he's been shooting at a 38% clip from threes,
which is good.
Seth Curry had a good game too. He played very well.
Oh, Seth balled out today. He had 21 points.
I gotta be honest, I don't watch San Antonio a lot, but man, they really look like they don't have any playmaker on that team. I mean, like DeRozan was missing, but they look like they need to
but they still like they're above 500 team. They're 19.
They are, but they're that team that they're always be in the middle end of the pack, making the playoffs, but not doing anything. Do you want to be that team?
No,
no.
Team here?
That was us for years.
Well, that's why, and that's why I'm saying we got to
deserve it because of all the wins. I don't know, but
that's why I'm saying we got a chance at still getting some talent if we need it. You know what I'm saying? But for the trade deadline, because you're gonna have teams like that. Like I think the Spurs is getting rid of Aldridge. They're gonna like buy him out or something like that. On some type time like that. They might got a couple other guys that's like older in the tooth, and they just ain't no need them having them. They might just got to restart. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be teams out there like that. Look at Chicago. They falling out of the playoff race now. Like, there's no telling who's going to become available.
But this team looks different. I don't know if y'all watching them, but we had 3 straight blowout wins after the All-Star break.
The difference is they're making their shots. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I was saying about them the whole time. Like all the times, all our games that we lose is when they're missing. If they can hit the open shots, that's a world of difference. I feel like you can compete with anybody. Because the month of March, we average, including tonight's game, we average 129 points a game. March,
That's
5 games, we scored 127, 127, 130, 134, and 131. That's what our point totals have been since March 1st. And 2.5 of those games was without Embiid, and 1 was without Ben.
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
think about it.
the role players are playing better.
Our last 2 games before this game were on the road, so we playing great both on the road and at home. So I mean, I'm just thoroughly impressed. I don't know if this is a change, like if we seeing a team coming together, right. Whereas maybe we just need to ride it out with this particular team. Like, are we in need of upgrades?
Like I said, my big thing is if Seth Curry can play a semblance of what he did tonight, and you give me what Ben has been doing lately, what Bede has continued doing, what Toby is doing, I think we can compete with any team.
Yeah. And also I agree with that. I agree with that point. Also, with the team able to only play like 25 minutes a game, because we got a lot of back-to-backs coming up this week. We got a lot of because we play.
Yeah, we got back-to-back. We got the Knicks, then the Bucks Tuesday. Knicks Wednesday. The Bucks is going to be a test game. Then we got the Kings. So we got some throwaway games.
You can't sleep on the Knicks either, though. The Knicks actually. I think the Knicks might have the best defense in the league. I think they might. Maybe not deep, but they give up the least amount of points per game.
So playing only 25 minutes.
I think Utah had the best defense ranked in the league.
I'm talking about points per game. I think the Knicks are number 1 in giving up points per game. I mean, it could be their style of play because Utah play that up and down pace, shooting more and scoring more. But I think the Knicks give up like 105 points a game. And I think that's like top.
That's the young boy Ben come out. He was a little rusty in the beginning, but you see him come together. He broke out in that second and third quarter. You can actually see him like, okay, it's time. He had a lot of rust on him, but then he started hitting that hook shot. That joint looked like it's about to be potent. It's going to be a go-to move. And, he's not I won't say he's not a fourth quarter person, but the fourth quarter is pretty much Tobias time. But from 1 to 3, that might be that's where he's going to make his bones in the league right now.
One of the things that's impressing me most about Ben a lot is like his willingness to want to shoot foul shots. Remember we talked about this before, and he's hitting them at a higher clip as of late. I don't know. Was he 1 for 1 and 1 out of 2 tonight? So I know we didn't get a whole lot of foul shots because they were saying how the Spurs got a
2 for 5 tonight.
He was 2 for 5. Yeah, he was off tonight. But coming into the night, like he actually been pretty decent at the line, and he looks like he wants to go to the line.
Good, keep it up. So the young one, because y'all heard y'all was after the game when we talked about this on Friday's podcast, or was it? Yeah, it was Friday when the guy came out from the announcer from the Wizards said that Ben was overrated.
Yeah,
and so, I don't think we talked about that. We talked about on our.
We ain't talking about it, but yeah,
I thought we mentioned it. So the podcast. His name is Justin Kutcher. He said he's announcer for the Washington Wizards. He said, I think Ben Simmons is one of, if not the most overrated player in the NBA. That was his quote in the game.
Now,
a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people thought
now let me ask you, in what part is he saying overrated? Because is he saying it because a lot of people put Ben Simmons as a superstar, which I don't. Now, if you put Ben as a superstar, you're overrating him.
I don't put him as a superstar.
I put him as he's a star.
He's
but he's a superstar.
No, he's not.
He's not a superstar.
See.
All right, let me ask you this: do you put Kyrie Irving as a superstar?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. No, I don't either. That's what I'm saying. Fair point.
So who's your like Durant?
Yeah,
Kawhi,
Durant, Harden.
I'm about to say Kobe, my boy.
LeBron,
obvious.
Steph,
Giannis.
Giannis and Ben are in the same neighborhood.
No, they're not.
They're on the same block.
No, they're not.
They are.
We'll see. Giannis averaging like 27 points a game.
All right, we'll see. Come.
Listen, don't do that. He's not. Don't do this. See, you the reason why I gotta end up arguing and fussing with people about Ben Simmons because you overstating that.
We're gonna put stat to stat Wednesday. You take Giannis. I'm taking Ben.
Now
we're gonna see.
This game is over. It was a good game. I mean, the bench got a little bit of work. Shape was off.
Wait, before we jump that, Wayne, you gonna take that?
Take what?
We're gonna do a comparison between Giannis and Ben.
No, you could do the comparison, but I'm never going to go against my team.
Is Ben going to stick Giannis that game?
He may
have to. Who's going to stick him? I know Beach sticks him sometimes, but he can't.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah, so I think that would have to be Ben. Yeah, I would think.
That's a tough assignment.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we're gonna be coming off a back-to-back too. But I believe in Ben. The boy Ben he stepped up this year, and he's stepping up this year.
I mean, like I said, man, I think the Sixers have a good team, and if they keep developing, like I said, like we mentioned earlier about Thybulle, if his offense is just at least dependable, you know what I'm saying, get a dependable 11 points or something, like, you know what I'm saying, something where it's feasible to see him scoring on open opportunities because he's going to get them with his defense. That's huge if you have that coming off the bench.
Yeah. But Thybulle, the X factor to the Sixers right now looks like is Thybulle. It looks like is Korkmaz is.
Yeah, how about that? Cork dropped 16 again. Tim, he said, keep his name out your mouth.
Yo,
keep his name out your mouth.
The last few games,
I won't hate on him. He do got that step back three where he like almost like a step aside three, where if somebody get in his face, he can step aside and knock it down. It looks like it's pretty consistent.
But he also like today he did something like he cracked the ball, went sideways and drove into the lane and got a foul call. He's actually going to the basket and dropping to the basket a little more too. So
all right, this is no hate on Korkmaz. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm putting myself on timeout from hating on Korkmaz.
Yeah, last couple of games, look, he had 16, 18, 16. Korkmaz has slowly been taking over that 6-man.
So what you say in the last how many games?
Last 3 games, he had 16, 18, 16.
And see, that's part of that.
Over that 6-man that we want to shake debate. Korkmaz has been slowly coming in, filling that role. Shake been up and down lately. I don't know what's going on with Shake.
Yeah, Shake has been up and down.
Down. Maybe the emergence of Korkmaz is why
maybe it's bothering him
so much.
Maybe it's bothering him. I don't know.
No, Shake was already shaky this season though.
No, he started off with a bang. Remember, he started getting slow after he got the was he out for COVID or
was he hurt his ankle?
Yeah, he hurt his. Remember, he got injured in that West Coast trip.
That's right, because he started off with a bang.
Yeah,
he was still up and down a lot early in the game. He was up, but he was up and down a lot early, like in the season.
I thought he started off hot because he was averaging.
No, I think he did like the first couple games or the first game or something. But then remember, it was like some games like, well, man, where was Shake at?
They asked Ben, "Are you still going to go to your barber?" He said, "I'm still rolling with my barber."
I guess his barber survived.
Yeah, because imagine losing your barber.
Did his barber have COVID or he just was around somebody that had?
Yeah, he actually was. He did have COVID.
Okay.
And so that's why they was like.
And him and Embiid use the same barber?
Yeah.
I want to see. We play the Knicks. I think we should win. I'm looking forward to that Milwaukee game. Hopefully, Giannis plays. You never know what happens in the next couple of games. Rest game or I don't know. This whole season, been real weird about who plays when they play.
Right.
Like even DeMar DeRozan had a personal reason that he missed the game, whatever that was for. So
I'll take it.
We'll see what happens.
Go ahead.
Young Ben, he also said, I see a lot of stuff. About the commentator. They asked him about the commentator from the Wizards. He said, I seen a lot of stuff. He said he's a 5'5" commentator from the Wizards. I can't give him too much attention. It is what it is. So he's a
5'5",
5'5" commentator.
Yo, do y'all think that the fans had any effect on tonight? It looked like it was a little extra something.
It could have been.
It looked like a little extra something. Like when Ben got the dunk.
How many was in the arena? Was it 3,000?
Yeah, 3,000, 3,100.
Yeah, 3,100. It seemed like Dwight was hyped for them.
He was. Dwight was hyped from jump.
Dwight felt the energy.
It looked like Thybulle did too. Like the way he came out on defense. I mean, he hit the shot. Then he get the breakaway dunk. He got like a couple dunks.
Thybulle was on the whole. I'm telling you.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Last season, I felt like during the stretch run during the season, Thybulle was playing more like what he's doing now. Like, yeah. Like he was hitting open shots. I remember it was like he then because he hit a couple shots, people started playing him on it, and he would start pump faking and dropping to the basket and getting dunks. Like we were seeing some of that towards the end of last season, but I guess because he got hurt toward the end. What? I mean,
I don't quite remember playing like this either.
No, yeah. I do.
I'm I don't agree. I see the growth. You're starting to see some growth in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, you see him playing like this. He only scored 10 points. It wasn't like I'm talking about
what was
offensively.
he averaging last year? 3 points a game?
Was he? I don't know. I don't know what he was, but I know he was. I'm telling you, during the end of the season, he started hitting more of them because it started getting excited about it. But then it was like, I think he got hurt or something, and it like died off.
That third quarter though of tonight's game was awesome, man. He literally scored 46 points, and I think the Spurs had like 21. So that was the game right there. Anything else outside of that, the game was decided in that third quarter when Ben.
Oh, absolutely.
When Ben started hitting, and then he started finding. I mean, even though he was struggling in the beginning, his assists were up. He was finding players. He was finding guys on the corner, especially, and they was hitting.
And he was 1 for 4, and then he ended up being like 5 for 7 or something. It was something like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He in the beginning he was a little rusty. You could see the rust, but man, that was a excellent all around game. It
dominated every way possible.
Yeah, it's nice having a good coach and a good coaching staff. When you see them working together, man, it's like magic.
And it was funny because the announcers made a point, and I thought it was interesting, like in the third quarter. And I'm not crazy about Alan Abbey, whatever his name is. I don't particularly care for him, but he did make a good observation. He said, he was like, this is some time where you still leave some of these guys in, and they start running sets. Like you see, like this is basically like an extended practice.
Oh yeah,
those guys, and you saw some of the plays they was running, getting people. Now, mind you, I think at this point they was like up against the bench of the Spurs because Pop started
putting early.
Yeah, he like we got a long road trip. No, we chalking this one.
Pop knew was
Spurs play again tomorrow.
Oh, they play again tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm blaming him on that one. He's like, all right,
who they play?
They play Detroit.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's a winnable game.
They got a 6-game road swing, I think they said. 6 or 7.
Man, I'm so sorry for nobody. We all do road swings. So stomp them while we get the chance.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, by far. I feel no empathy whatsoever. We still gotta get a man. We always overlook Tobias, and we don't never start out with Tobias. And Tobias is balling this year.
You're right.
Because he's consistent.
Well, we gotta give him love. We need to start to show off.
He has been balling. We
got to start to show off with Tobias. Like, this is what Tobias did. Tobias like Tito Jackson on the squad. It's like we don't give him no love whatsoever, but he's tight. I mean,
what he had tonight, 23 or something, right? And he hit a lot.
Yeah, in like 3 quarters.
Yeah, he. I told you. I said I felt Tobias, Danny, and Seth got us off to that hot start. We never looked back.
Yeah. I mean,
the main thing I like about Tobias, the way he's playing this year, like, to me, he looks a lot more like how he did play when he was with Doc with the Clippers. This is what I saw when I saw the highlight clips when he was coming here and why I was excited about him. Because in this, like with certain stuff where I compared the way he played to Melo some, I mean, his shot, I don't know if his shot is as wet as Melo's, but like how Melo at times will play like a bully ball type, like Melo will go hard to the basket and then hit like the little floater. Like he just got a lot of tricks around the basket with it and a nice mid-range pull-up. So that's the stuff I was seeing from Tobias that I liked. But then it was like once he got here under Brett Brown, nobody knew what they were supposed to be doing. Everybody looked like they know what their job is right now.
That's the key. Know your personnel, know what you're supposed to do. Everybody should have a role on the team. And once everybody, and then the plays, they have set plays to be running. They're not just out there just playing basketball. That's what we did a lot.
Did Tony Bradley come back? He ain't gonna miss a game, is he? Just ankle?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question because I've seen him. Hopefully, it didn't look too bad. And he was sitting on the bench, and I didn't see any ice on his ankle. It looked like it's just probably a mild sprain.
He played very, very well too. And rebounds, 8 rebounds, 21 minutes.
That's all you need him to do. Rebound. Yep. Yo, and Dwight Howard. It's almost as if he's 25-year-old Dwight Howard that's out there playing right now.
You know what it is? When Dwight gets to go against these smaller teams, and for real, this my whole thing about last year with the bully ball. You see the Sixers play more bully ball this year. Like I said, look at how Tobias go at people. You see Dwight, like if he get it down there, he hamming on people. B play more bully ball. Ben playing more bully ball now. Like that's what I'm saying. I think they really are playing with that type of aggressiveness. And now you got those shooters that's supposed to shoot. And if they hitting, I mean, honestly, I think we go toe to toe with anybody in this league if they hitting.
Yeah.
Our starting five looks. Can you think of a better starting five than who we have?
The Nets.
Not their starting five. They got their starting three, maybe better.
Man, you got two. If you got two superstars, you said, "Come on, bro. Let's keep it a bean."
I take the Sixers.
They got Joe Harris. They got Joe Harris, Kyrie.
Joe Harris fades in the playoffs every year.
I agree, but so did Ben, and so did Toby.
No,
so it ain't fair to say that if we expecting Ben and Toby to keep it up, what's to say Joe Harris won't?
All right, I don't believe in Joe Harris.
I mean, and listen, you already know. I'm all about the Sixers, and I don't have a fear of the Nets, but I'm keeping it a bean. If you're talking about starting five. I think that they have a good starting
five too, though.
Huh?
The Lakers got a good starting five too.
Not when AD ain't there.
Huh?
Is AD back?
Yeah, but KD ain't playing either. We talk about their starting five, right? When KD's there, that's their starting five. They got LeBron, AD, Schroeder. Who else they got?
Exactly. Who else they got? You don't even know.
That's all
you just know they got Brown and AD. Let's be real. You just know Brown and AD.
That's it. What else you need?
Like I said, I'm taking the Sixers. All right, I can't. All right, I might take the Nets.
The Clippers. Who the Clippers starting five?
I gotta look at Milwaukee starting five too. They starting
Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George.
Beverly.
Is Beverly a starter?
Yeah, he started.
Okay. The Clippers is hot right now too, by the way.
Yeah, they get ready to get worked over by the Pelicans. They about to dunk all on them.
But yeah, we looking good. This was a good win. No complaints whatsoever. Coach was excellent.
We knocked it out the box.
Bench is coming.
Did what we supposed to do. The first half is for show. The second half is for dough. The second half of the season about to be for dough too. Get this work. So I don't care who on the schedule.
They saying about Embiid is it might be more than 2 weeks because it's reevaluated at the 2 week. In 2 weeks, he's been looked at again. So it's not for sure he'll be back within that 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, we really ain't even talk about this. So
we got at least 8 games without Embiid. I want to at least go 5-3.
I need 6-2.
6-2.
6-2 to me is realistic.
Over
5-3 is realistic. If they go 6-2 with him, and it's a decent schedule they're going against, that's 6-2 is outstanding.
Yeah,
I mean, but to go 5-3 without your MVP candidate.
All right, so here let's look at the next 8 games. Then New York, is that a win?
Yeah,
we at home versus New York.
We played New York twice. I know we played New York twice in the next few games.
New York win, Milwaukee lost, Sacramento win.
What about New York? We played
New York again
at New York.
I think we split them with New York.
What about Golden State?
Lost.
See, that's a win. But then the Lakers.
Without B, the Golden State game would be interesting.
We're gonna beat the Lakers because AD won't be back.
AD ain't gonna be back?
No. He out 2 more weeks.
So you know what? We might win because that's LeBron versus Ben, and Ben loves to go up against Bron. So that's
on
interesting.
TNT.
That's ain't got nobody to stick to Tobias.
That's a toss up.
Then we got Denver.
That's a loss.
Dang, B ain't gonna be back for the Denver.
That's a loss. Who else?
Then we got Cleveland, which I'm scared of Cleveland.
That's a loss too. See,
we might could beat.
We might go 4-4.
We might could beat Denver. Ben ain't play against Denver either, did he?
Yeah, he did.
But that ain't the game where Ben and B was out with the COVID thing.
They blew us out.
Was what we ain't had Ben or B because of the COVID thing.
You're right. And I think they
and we ain't had Seth. Matter of fact, we ain't had. I don't think we ain't had Seth. We ain't had Ben. We ain't had B.
Yeah, I think they started and played the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was a remember what you call the young boy Maxey played and got his 36.
Yeah, he had 39 that game, right?
Yeah. All right, and then we got Minnesota back to back at home. Those 2 wins.
But they got
the
Cat and
back. Cat back, right?
I think Cat is
not Minnesota. Minnesota wants to Memphis. I'm sorry. Minnesota the first game, then Memphis the second.
Reading is fundamental.
Yep.
We might.
The I and the E.
It's a possibility we lose both them games.
Yo, I don't know.
Nah, I don't think we losing. You got
Did
us
we
losing a
lose
lot of
to
games.
Memphis with Bede?
The only loss I'm seeing is Denver. Definite.
I don't think Denver's a definite loss.
Everybody else.
Denver hot too. Denver's hot.
Denver beat us. They smoked us, but we didn't have our whole starting. I don't think none of our starters played except for Danny Green.
All right.
So who's gonna stick Joker? Bradley?
Ben.
All right, let's go.
I mean, I don't see the humor, but
okay. The more I look at this schedule, we might go 4-4. I think if we go 500, that's good. But
we going 6-2.
All right, look, New York win, Milwaukee win, Sacramento win, New York again win.
I'm logging off.
Golden State win.
I'm logging off. That's a homer right there. You
Los
see this dude?
Then we got the Lakers win, Clippers loss, Denver
Clippers?
loss.
When did you throw the Clippers in there?
It's Lakers and Clippers, then Denver.
How many games did you just count?
Eight games when you get to the group.
What wasn't tonight supposed to be one of them 8 games? They were saying 8 games coming into the night, so we ain't counting tonight's game.
Okay, then that's a win. So 7. Let's take 7 then. New York, y'all got to win Tuesday.
Yeah, both times.
Milwaukee
loss.
Win.
I think Milwaukee might be a loss.
Okay, and then then Sacramento
win.
New York again.
We split them. Loss.
Nah, I said win.
I say a win. Golden State
win.
Loss
at home.
A win.
Oh no, it's at Golden State. That's a loss.
Loss
at Los Angeles.
Who do Golden State got but Seth Curry?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What are you saying?
They got good defenders that can play good defense on Ben. They ain't
got nobody that's doing nothing with Tobias Harris.
Yes, what? They got Draymond. Hold on.
Draymond trash. Draymond trash. We gonna demolish them.
Hold on. They got Draymond. They got the bull Wiggins, who's a great defender, and they got the other bull Oubre, who's also
all these bulls so great that they stinking. So how great are they?
They just beat Utah. What are you talking about?
So did we. Dog shines on the dog, but every once in a while.
All right, y'all do a lot of underestimating. I try not to be a homer. I look at. I'm
not being a homer. So. You overestimating. You overestimating Golden State.
You said we're gonna.
I'm not overestimating Golden State.
Lose 4 in a row.
I'm saying I don't want to First of all, you don't want to underestimate what Embiid brings, and that's what you're doing.
What I'm saying is,
it don't matter what we estimate. Nothing because we're not on the court. We talking about what we're looking at and seeing. If I feel like now the team should feel like that ain't sweet and they should come out and ball, but I feel like we have the talent that we should beat those teams.
Yep.
I think that we should lose to the Bucks. I think that should be a loss for us, unless we lose to the Knicks and we end up, for whatever reason, we end up sitting everybody and then everybody coming fresh, which hopefully that don't happen. But I see us losing to the Bucks. I see us losing to the Clippers, and possibly the Lakers.
It's a tough stretch, though. This is
so you said 6-2. Now it's down to 5-3.
I'm saying 7-1.
You just say we lose to the Clippers, Lakers, and Bucks.
See, right and I said 5-3 will be a good road record.
You did say
I thought you screamed. I thought you said
no.
6-2.
Tim was saying he needs them to go 6-2, and I said 5-3 against that stretch would be good.
I think 4-4 would be good.
So, you already claiming that we're gonna lose 4 in a row. You said we're gonna lose New York, Golden State, Lakers, and Clippers.
We're gonna win one in between that. We ain't gonna lose 4 in a row. We'll win one.
Yeah, the Golden State game.
I think we'll win one of the Clippers or Lakers game.
We definitely gonna beat the Lakers. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about the Clippers, even though that's a reunion for Doc. Doc might be coaching out his mind for that game.
And they might want to bury Doc. You know, they supposedly Paul George don't like him. So it's I think it would be more animosity from a player than a coach, because a player can bring that to the floor. A coach can try to fire his team up, but
also the coach know their weaknesses too.
Everybody in the NBA know everybody else's weaknesses.
But he knows them intimately. He literally coached him. He knows.
I mean, he coached him for 1 year though. It ain't like he was a coach for what I'm saying.
That's enough time to get something on him. And then after that, we still got Denver and the Clippers. Denver and the Cleveland after that.
That's why I said 4-4 to me would be good.
Oh, we need Embiid to hurry up back, man. That's gonna be a tough stretch. Well, I'm enjoying what we do. I'm
going
enjoying
at least 5-3.
I say 6-2. I'm a homer, but I'm
also. I would like to see. I'm trying to be realistic and say 5-3, but I can.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all got anything else right now?
I got iron.
Listen, this is fresh out the dryer. I don't care. I should have took my time logging on.
Fresh out the dryer. You need to put some dryer sheets or something. How your joints come out the dryer like that? The dryer usually had that joint crisp.
Y'all can talk.
We gonna talk. Ethan talking about wrinkles. He got a lot on his too. He just got
black. It's just black.
He's doing a whole lot of talking.
This is black, but it's just as wrinkled.
This is actually a fresh out the pack shirt. You know, you take it right out the pack, put it on. That's what this is.
Nah, I look like pack of laundry.
Your jaw really shining with the wrinkles though.
It is. It's too light.
Yeah, you got it all bright with wrinkles, looking like a road mat. It looked like the satellite road mat.
I take it. All right, before we get out of here, y'all got any thoughts on Drew Brees announcing his retirement from the NFL?
Good.
20 years.
See you.
Why? We won't even talk. This is basketball, but Taysom Hill got $140 million with 4 years.
I don't think he got that contract. I think they just wrote it out. It's all just so that they could save money. That's not real money. Every year they say it's voidable. The way I read the contract, but the release. But Taysom Hill is
interesting to see what kind of money Cam get.
Because they're not going to give him the same kind of money they gave the boy from Dallas, Dak. That makes no sense. That was all for the books for the accounting purposes.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
And also a rest in peace to Tommy, not Tommy, but whatchamacallit?
Hagler?
Marvin Hagler.
Oh, he died?
Yeah, he died yesterday. So
that was one of the greatest fights ever, boy.
Yeah, well, him
Hagler
and Hearns
versus Hearns.
Yeah. If you watched that round,
Jerry curl.
I watched round 1 the other day. That was crazy. That round 1, they was like punching. It was like going at it. Yeah. But he was impressive. He had 12 title defenses and won them all.
No, Hagler was that bull.
Yeah, didn't they
rob him against Sugar Ray? They robbed him against Sugar Ray, didn't they?
I think
so. Wasn't that him and Sugar Ray? It was Leonard. Leonard was like hitting him with the little tip taps.
30 seconds he go and still around.
Yeah. Well, like in the 80s, that was his before Mike came along. That was pretty much him and Hearns. They were
whipping out here. Y'all hear that wind behind me? Good night.
No, we ain't hear it.
No, I ain't hear it.
But excellent win from the Sixers for us. They beat the Spurs 134-99 behind the great play of the starters, Tobias, Ben, Seth, Danny. They rocked out for us. So we'll be back.
Thybulle and Korkmaz. Don't forget them.
And Thybulle definitely and Korkmaz.
Definitely. Korkmaz definitely.
But catch us after the game on Tuesday. Knicks, they'll be here. We need this win. Every win counts now because we got a tough road.
Schedule. Yeah.
All right, so we out.
Peace.
Oh yeah, like us, comment, subscribe. We are the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast.
Share all that good stuff.
Spread the word. We out.